Drama City Productions presents.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Johnny Paycheck coming at you from the dirty Duval. It's a great day here in the Sunshine State, so I wanted to jump on and tell you to quit wasting time going to smoke shops and jiffy stores to get your smoking materials. Enjoy your day and have that shit sent right to your house. Keep it simple, stoner. Stop spending all your De Niro, Scratch, Skrilla, whatever you call it, on all that shit too, and go to dollarblazeclub.com and use promo code CWPR25 and get 25% off. That's the highest discount you'll see anywhere. And if there's one thing the Red knows, it's how high. Timbo!
What's up, party people? This is Conversations with Paycheck and Red.
An inappropriate comedy podcast.
Have you ever taken a photo of your own butthole?
Do you enjoy the smell of hot dog water?
Do you have random conversations about dildos?
Well, this is the podcast for you.
Just two good old boys who have no holds barred conversation.
All while laughing inappropriately.
Yep, that's right, listeners. Paycheck and Red have gotten themselves into another inappropriate conversation.
Three, two. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, where the fuck you're at. Welcome back. This is Conversations with Paycheck and Red. I'm Paycheck, and as always, I'm with my boy Red.
What's up, party people? Today's episode is brought to you by Drama City Productions, the home of Conversations with Paycheck and Red. Shoot on over there to dramacityproductions.com and check out all the other podcasts that the network has to offer, including this one. Zero fucks given.
Yeah, I was about to say, did you want to recant your statement from our previous episode?
I can. I apologize. I said last week that the Zero Fucks Given podcast was not on Drama City Productions, and I was mistaken. They are. Sorry about that. We love y'all. Paychecks.
Yeah.
Jerked off to your pictures. DramaCityProductions.com.
And we now have a new addition to Conversations with Paycheck and Red. Red, why don't you introduce our new addition formally?
Hello, edition.
New edition.
New edition.
Is that what I'm going to be referred to? I'm cool with it. It's fine with me.
Not to be confused with the R&B group from back in the day.
Back in the 90s. Yeah.
No, I'm going to let you down there.
Yeah, this is Branden, the sound guy. What's up, Branden?
What's going on, guys? Happy to be here. I'm gonna try real hard not to fuck up too bad.
But now, is it Branden the sound guy or Branden the sound guy?
I think the can work, but I mean, it's you guys picked the fucking nickname, so.
Well, we'll see how good you are, and if you're good, then you'll be the sound guy. You know what I'm saying? But right now, you're just the. You're just one of many.
I'm just Ace. Branden, a sound guy.
Yeah. Well,
Branden has his own podcast called What the Doc.
Oh shit! I'm getting a free plug.
Yeah, man. Where he breaks down random documentaries and talks about them and lets the world know about them. And then he also does Shitty Song of the Week at the end, where he pits two songs together. I'm not going to call them terrible songs because
You wanted to call him terrible, but you had a real hard time with it yesterday.
I did, yeah. So yeah, Branden, the sound guy, has What the Doc available everywhere you listen to podcasts.
Yep, it's also on Drama City Productions too.
Yep. Hell yeah.
So those that listened to last week's episode know that we have introduced a new segment called Joke of the Day.
Dirty joke of the
From
day.
the two most cunning linguists and master debaters on the internet. This is Paycheck and Red's Dirty Joke of the Week.
So there was this little boy, and he lived with his mom, a single mom, in a double wide trailer. And he was walking through the trailer one day, and he came across his mom's bedroom door slightly opened, and she was standing in front of a full-length mirror, butt-ass naked, rubbing all over herself, saying, "I need a man. I need a man. I need a man." So he watched this day after day after day until one day he peeked in there, and she was in there with a man. So he ran through the fucking trailer, stripping all of his damn clothes, made it to his damn bedroom, looked in the damn full-length mirror and said, "I need a bike. I need a bike. I need a bike." Shit.
Damn.
That was good.
So I'm excited about this episode. I can relate to it. I'm somewhat of an expert. But before we get started, Red, you wanna tell them what this episode is about, or what the title is?
Well, before we do that,
Did I mess up?
we wanted to give some shout outs real quick.
Forgive me. Shout outs.
We've got some new listeners in Germany, France, and Japan.
International shit.
International shit. Yeah, I've never had any German or French or Japanese listeners pop up on my analytics for the podcast, and I noticed them on this previous episode, last week's episode. So I wanted to give a shout out to all them people, new people listening, and all the old people listening.
And for all the our listeners in Germany, Guten Tag. And Red and I were curious. We want to know, and if there's any way possible, you guys can find us on pretty much every social media platform. We want to know, are the people who are listening in these foreign countries, are they Americans who are in these foreign countries, or are you guys local? Like, are you Germans, or are you French, and you're listening to this podcast? Find us on the social media platforms and just reach out to us and let us know.
Hell yeah. We also want to give a shout out to some local people listening here in the States. Brandy, the insurance girl, we appreciate you listening to us. Steve from Showworks and Sons, we appreciate you too. And I'd like to appreciate my sister for listening. We appreciate it, Jen.
Yeah, I want to appreciate your sister for listening too.
Hey, easy. Easy.
Hi, Red sister. Yeah.
That was hot. That was highly inappropriate.
Oh, this is a inappropriate comedy podcast.
Ironically, it is. Ironic.
So, welcome, Red sister. We hope you enjoy this one. So, what is this one?
Well, we're going to go out and talk about strip club etiquette.
All right, guys, put your hands together. Be sure to tip the dancers. Let them tip for Candy.
Welcome to the stage, Candy.
Candy, please report to the stage. Candy, please report to the stage. Strip club etiquette. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm sure that a majority of the people, at least the people that are listening to this inappropriate comedy podcast, has entered a strip club facility. And for those who haven't, who may in the future, we'd just like to offer you some tidbits of information, if you will. You know, we don't want you being yoked up and thrown out, you know, because you don't know how to act in a fucking strip club. So we've accumulated some rules, maybe, or just etiquette.
It's etiquette, just like our last etiquette episode that we've done on Trap House. If you ever find yourself in a strip club situation, these are just some do's and don'ts, some rules to live by, so you don't get yourself caught up by the collar and belt loop and thrown out of a fucking strip club for not acting like you're supposed to.
And along with most of our etiquette episodes, our number one rule is
don't pull your dick out.
And do not pull your dick out. That's rule number 1 in strip club etiquette.
And it's also rule number 1 in trap house etiquette. When you get to the trap house, don't pull your dick out either. That's like the number 1 rule in all these etiquette episodes that we're going to do.
Yeah, because you will not receive product if you show up to a trap house with your dick out. So we've accumulated a list. Red and I both have our lists, and so I'll be a gentleman and let you go first. What's number 2 on the list for strip club etiquette?
Well, it took me a little while to comprise this list that I have because there's a lot of do's and don'ts in the strip club. But the first one I came up with was don't be texting with your girlfriend or your wife or your partner while you're sitting at the stage watching the girls dance. You give them girls your undivided attention.
Yeah, because if you think about it, we can attack this from two different angles. So the first angle is some chicks just like to fucking party, and they're badass bitches, and they like to get up there and shake that little ass, and they enjoy it, they have fun doing it. And then you have somebody over here on the other side where they're just trying to put themselves through college. That's something that you hear quite often at the strip club. Man, I don't even like doing this. I'm just trying to put myself through college. So think about how much does college cost? How long?
Is that really the case though? Or is that just something they're telling themselves because they're standing up there naked in front of a bunch of strangers?
Yeah, listen. I have dated strippers. I've been to a strip club with my girlfriend. I have been that guy sitting over, in the corner or whatever. And I dated this one chick. She was well, what happened is that she was a waitress, and we was flirting or whatever. And I gave her my pager number. Told her to hit me on the hip. And she did, and we started kicking it, we started dating, and then she asked me, could she dance? And I was like, fuck yeah. I think I was like 22 at the time. So I would go with her to the, while she danced and while she worked. And I'm not a insecure dude or whatever, I ain't give a fuck. I knew where she was going home. I knew where she was, where she would go afterwards. But I know that there are chicks in there that are good, just good chicks that they're just trying to make some money, and maybe they're a single parent or whatever, or most guys have the luxuries of going to work in construction with no education. Females have that same luxury, it just happens to be a damn strip club. So one of the rules that I have is don't be falling in love with them hoes. Okay, don't go to this fucking strip club and be falling in love. Okay. Because they are not there to be falling in love.
Bravo! Encore! Brilliant!
I've seen some pretty ones now. I'd like to fall in love with a few of them, but you just can't do that.
Yeah, but it's like imagine bringing your new girlfriend to the old parents' house, and you got to explain. You got to explain how y'all met.
Well, this one is like up there. I think we should have actually put these in order and dropped them down from however many we had to one. You know what I mean? But this one's kind of important. Every time you go in a strip club, you got to pay cover at the door most of the time. It's $5, $10, $20, whatever it is, depending on the level of class each strip club that you're going to. But just because you paid for cover, don't mean you get to look at the tits and ass for free. They're going to come around and walk around and sit at your table and talk you up a little bit and try to, talk you out of a drink or two. So you're going to spend money either way. But you ain't going to go up there to the stage and not throw no money. And you don't get to look for free. It's going to cost you.
Yeah, don't be that creepy dude sitting in the back with your beer, not tipping. You're just there to sit in the back and look at all the chicks. I'm pretty sure they'll run you off. I've known some chicks that have walked up to dudes and be like, look, you either got to go up to the stage and tip or you got to go. You can go get a beer anywhere else.
Yeah.
Brandon, you ever been to a strip club?
I have not.
No way.
Nope, never have.
Never?
Nope. I I never really saw the thrill in spending that kind of money just to look at something that I can fucking go on my phone or fucking it never there was no real allure to me to be in that environment.
It's the experience, man.
Yeah, but I understand it a little bit. I get it a little bit. Like I went with friends. I've never got off work one Friday night or Saturday night and be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna go to the strip club by myself. You know, I mean, that's creepy. You go to the strip club by yourself, that's a little creepy. And it was always creepy to me because I'm not a Greek god or anything, but I'm not fucking an ugly duckling either. I mean, I can get bitches, you know what I'm saying? So when I go to a strip club, and
Wait, bitches?
yeah, I mean, what do you want me to call them?
I don't think our female listeners are going to appreciate that.
Yeah, but I'm pretty certain that our female listeners will understand that this is an inappropriate comedy podcast, and for
we've already established that part.
Yeah, well, for comedic purposes, I'm just gonna call them bitches. Okay, so them bitches.
Boy,
that's a good concept.
That escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
Yeah, them bitches be wilding. But for when I go in there with my friends and and a dancer comes up and sits and starts talking to us, I can't get over the fact that I know that the only reason she's coming over here and talking to us is for money. That's a little difficult for me to get past. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But quick little what do you call it? Anecdote. So I had a buddy of mine. I was living with my stripper girlfriend, and we had a spare room. And a buddy of mine just got out of prison and didn't have anywhere to live, so he come and lived with us. And he went with me to the strip club, and he found a girl, and they started dating. And I was in my room with my girlfriend, and he was in his room with his girlfriend. And we both came out like I just got done dicking her down. I was on my way to the bathroom, and I don't know what.
Oh, you should have kept going with it.
But I don't know why he came out, but we ended up meeting each other in the hallway, and we gave him we did the whole high five thing, and I noticed something was on his mustache, and I was like, dude, what is that on your mustache? And he was like, what do you mean? And he goes and looks in the fucking mirror. Now listen, this dude just met this chick, okay, and they had just got done dancing. It was like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. This dude had a fucking crab on his mustache.
Oh.
What? Yeah, so he had just met this. Now look, I like eating pussy, like the next guy. You know what I mean? But I am not eating any pussy that I just picked up a stripper. Even if she's my girlfriend, I just met her. You know what I mean? I'm not going to meet this stripper chick, be like, yeah, let's kick it, boyfriend and girlfriend now, and I'm just going to eat your pussy.
What?
I just don't roll like
that's definitely got to be another rule.
Yeah, right? So, dude, I run into the fucking bedroom, and this is before, it's common to see a completely shaved pussy these days, you know what I mean? But back then, it really wasn't. I mean, there was a landing strip. I mean, it wasn't like some old 70s porn shit, but it was, it was manscaped a little bit. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't bush. I mean, it was manicured and everything, but there was still hair down there. So I go in there and I'm like, check your shit. And I started checking my shit. And sure enough, she had a crab, I had a crab, he had a crab, and old girl had some crabs.
Wait a minute. A crab?
Yeah, dude.
A single one?
Yeah, just one.
Like
so
wait a minute. Wait.
Yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but yeah, just one.
You had a single crab.
Yes.
Your girl had a single crab.
Mm-hmm.
Your boy had a single crab.
Yeah, he just liked to carry his on his mustache, though.
But old girl had a bunch of them?
Yeah, she had a few of them. But listen, and no disrespect to strippers, no disrespect to females. Here's how it happens. So my girlfriend tells me that what happens is that while these strippers are in the back room, getting dressed, getting undressed, a lot of these bitches is dirty. So they just take off their clothes and they just throw them on the floor. And the chick beside them and the chick beside them, and they're like lockers or whatever. So these crabs are transferring from clothes to clothes to clothes to clothes. before too long, the whole fucking place is infested with fucking crabs.
So that's your story, and you're sticking to it. You didn't fuck with old girl or nothing like that, and give it to the other girl, and
No, dude. My girl was a dime piece. You know what I mean? I wasn't fucking with no other bitches at that point. You know what I mean? I was dating a stripper. You know what I mean? I was getting all the pussy and cocaine I can handle.
What I'm still trying to figure out is why there was only one crab that went after you.
Because I think it was because it was like it wasn't an infestation or anything like that. You know what I mean? It was like some chick had crabs or whatever, and because they threw all their clothes on the fucking floor or whatever, a few just transferred, here and there. Like it wasn't a huge infestation or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like just a few had.
I'm picturing them like sending that one out as like a scout to see if that area is safe to infest, and then
yeah. So he had a crab, and so we ended up shaving all our shit. Me and Mo Lady shaved our shit. I don't know what he did with his mustache. He might have just plucked that motherfucker off. I don't know. I don't remember. But yeah, it was crazy. But I remember thinking, dude, you just met this chick and she's a stripper and you're in here eating her pussy? That's crazy to me.
All right, so that leads me to my next one. No kissing, licking, or touching in the champagne room, in the VIP lap dance room.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
That's how you get crabs, man. That's how you get
kissing?
crabs.
Have you ever been to a fucking strip club before, dude? What? You get crabs from...
He just said my man had one on his fucking mustache. If I kissed that motherfucker, I'd get a crab, wouldn't
I? Yeah, but he caught that crab from eating pussy.
It don't matter. He had that motherfucker on his lip. And if he goes and meets a girl at the club with that fucking crab on his lip, he starts kissing on her, guess what?
I guess so.
Red's over here running around kissing random guys with mustaches in strip clubs, man. This is a serious problem for him.
Look, he's scratching his beard right now.
Yeah, it's making me itch just thinking about it. It's fucking gross, man.
But now, I agree with that rule, but there are exceptions.
There are. Yep.
I've known some chicks that, look, nature takes over, and when there's a physical attraction between two people, things can get carried away, things can get out of hand. But you always leave that to the dancer. Let her kiss you. You know what I'm saying? She'll let you know what you can and can't do. I've known dudes to go in there and get blowjobs, hand jobs, fuck, all kind of shit back there in that back room. But for this episode and for this etiquette, don't go in that back room trying to kiss on and feel on and finger bang and all that other shit. Just go in there, keep your hands down. Most of them tell you to put your hands on your lap or keep your hands beside your legs, you know what I'm saying? And said that way you're not touching them and shit.
I went to a fucking strip club one time, and in the lap dance shit, they had leather loop straps on either side of the booth that you had to put your hands in.
Oh, no. I won't do that.
Yeah. I walked in the motherfucker and seen them son of a bitches, and I walked right back out. I was like, nope.
Yeah. You ain't leaving me tied up in this motherfucker.
You wouldn't tie up. It was just a loose loop, but you had to put your hands in these loops where they knew you wasn't going to touch nobody.
Yeah, and imagine where those other people's hands have been before they slid into that fucking slot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you, Red.
But see, that also leads me into the next one, because I think these girls, it's at their discretion. You're right. I can't argue that fact. But you're going there for the sole fact because you're a perv and you're horny and you want to look at titties and you want to look at ass. That's what you go in there for.
Dude, right? There's a strip club down here where they sell food.
Like a fucking like a McDonald's on the side of it.
Oh yeah.
Like it's like a restaurant / fucking strip
club.
Dude,
that same fucking one I told you with the leather loop strap things in the lap dance rooms or whatever.
Yeah.
They sold burgers and fries and chicken wings and fucking beer at the bar and all kind of crazy shit.
Dude, I am not eating in a fucking strip club.
No. But anyway, those girls are there to make money and to get you as aroused as possible, so you'll keep giving them money.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
So let them girls do their job. You ain't there to get pussy. You're there to get a hard on and go home and beat off. That's what you're there for.
Wait a minute. I can't just I can't go to the strip club and come home and fuck my old lady.
Well, you can. I'm just saying, you ain't there to get no pussy. You there to get a hard on and come home and take care of it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, that'd probably be a little inappropriate for me to go to a strip club, get a hard on, and then come home and fuck my old lady.
Yeah, that's not right. Shouldn't do that.
Yo, I was in Pomona, California. I was a long haul truck driver at the time. I went with 3 other drivers. 2 of them were Hispanic, and one of them was a white guy. Now, for those who don't know that much about California, especially Southern California, is that the Latina and Latino community is a majority, you know. Mm-hmm. So we go into this fucking place, and dude, I've always had this thing for Hispanic chicks. So I go in there, and there's these fucking badass Latina sisters in that motherfucker, man. And it was fucking awesome. So the 2 Hispanic guys that went with us, one of them, this dude was like straight from the border. He had such a thick Mexican accent that most of the Latina chicks in there couldn't even understand him when he was speaking Spanish to them. Well, you know, you got to think, American Spanish is a lot different than Mexican Spanish. You know what I'm saying? So
wait a minute, wait. American Spanish?
Well, I mean, somebody who grew up in America that speaks Spanish, their accent and their slang is way different than somebody who is living in Mexico.
So that's called Spanglish.
No, Spanglish is when
Spanglish is like a combination of Spanish and English words.
Yes.
Like
right.
He's talking about how there's a difference in dialect between cultures. Like how in certain Asian countries, if you can say the same word, but the way that you say it changes the meaning of that word.
Yeah, like I knew, like, because I was a truck driver and because I live in Florida. So in Florida, we have Puerto Ricans and Cubans. So they say, like, ¿Qué pasó? Or whatever. But when you go to California, and that's Mexican, they say, like, órale. You know what I'm saying? So the slang is different. So my point is that this dude was straight Mexican. Like, he was straight from the border Mexican. Like, he grew up in Mexico. So his Spanish,
cowboy hats, colorful button-up shirts, tight Wrangler jeans, and cowboy.
No, well, yeah, you would think that, but he was a younger cat, so he wasn't. You know, he was wearing regular clothes like everybody else. Plus, he was a truck driver. But this dude, they were so into him because he was like straight from Mexico. This dude got a blowjob back there in the back room. But my point to all this, dude. There was chicks that would walk. Okay, so me and all my buddies, we were it was weird how they had it set up. It wasn't at a table, it was like a line. They went to the Mexican dudes and asked them if they wanted a lap dance or a private dance. Skip my other white dude, the other white dude, and went to the other Mexican dude. Like, they didn't even want to fuck with us. I was like, what the fuck is going on there? I'm in here to spend some money. And because I'm a gringo, y'all ain't trying to fuck with me. It was the weirdest thing. I guess they didn't want my money. I tipped a couple of bitches in there, but you know, I ain't getting no lap dance or anything like that. But anyway, moving on. The next on my list is don't be in there trying to save them hoes from that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can take care of you. You know what I'm saying? I can have you in, you know, a good neighborhood and, you know what I mean, all that shit. Some girls, they like that lifestyle. They're there because they want to be there. So don't go in there and play the whole, you're better than this. I can take care of you. You know what I'm saying? I want to save you from this from this fucking lifestyle. Don't be that dude.
No cap.
So how did you get your girlfriend, your stripper girlfriend then? What did you tell her to get her to be your girlfriend?
No, she was my girlfriend before she was a stripper.
He's trying to wrap his mind around that.
Did I miss something?
Yeah, she was my waitress at a restaurant, a regular restaurant.
Waitress turned girlfriend turned stripper, dude. Tale as old as time.
Yeah, she asked me, she was like, hey, can I dance? But that brings me to another story. So she asked me if she could dance because her sister danced, her sister's boyfriend danced. So when I met this chick.
Well, it was hereditary.
Well, dude, it was like a family.
Born to dance?
Yeah, it was like a family fucking tradition, I guess.
She couldn't make it into ballerina school, so she decided to be a stripper instead.
But dude, it was so weird, man. Like, I've been around female strippers, but you know, it ain't every day that I'm around male strippers, you know what I mean? So one day I go over to her house or her sister's house. So when the whole house is full of strippers, male strippers, female strippers, all kind of shit.
And you the only one wasn't stripping.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking crazy. So I go in there and we're all rolling, right? So we're rolling, and this is the first time I rolled, so I'm kind of bugging out a little bit. So all of a sudden, now not only are they strippers, the males, but they're also
Chippendales.
no, they're also United States Army soldiers. So I don't know how much y'all know about the military, but back in the day, yeah, dude. So back in the day, they used to have, well, they have what they call PT uniforms. Are you familiar with that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So in the Army, they're all gray. So back in the day, they were like shorts. They were like fucking, shorty shorts. Yeah. So we're rolling, and all of a sudden, the dudes disappear, and they come back out wearing these fucking little shorty shorts and shit. Dude, I was so fucking uncomfortable. They were giving out massages and all kind of shit, and dude come up, put his hands on my shoulders and started rubbing. I was like, "No, I'm good. I'm good." I think I'm having a bad trip in this. Yeah, play that one again.
Gay!
Yeah.
Yes, dude.
Yeah, so don't be in there trying to save them hoes, okay? They're there for a reason, okay? They trying to make that paper. They on that paper chase, trying to make that paper. Don't go in there like a fucking superhero, trying to save them bitches from that fucking lifestyle, okay? Do you have another one? What's next on your list?
Don't go in. I know you want to look nice when you go in there, but don't be wearing the big ass belt buckles and the scratchy clothes with the Velcro and shit, and fucking big ass buttons on your collar shirt and all that. Cause she's gonna be rubbing and grinding all over you. You know what I mean? You don't want her to hurt herself.
Wait a minute. Wait just a fucking minute.
Yeah.
So, what kind of clothes are you? What kind of clothes are you fucking wearing? It's got fucking Velcro.
Velcro pants. I mean, come on, man. Get with the times.
Velcro. Don't be wearing corduroys.
Well, you know how some dudes, and I'm guilty of it. Like when I get out of my truck, I got a key ring that I can hook onto my belt loop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I get out, get out of the truck and put my keys. Don't go in there with your keys on your belt loop, because she could be working on that thing and then get a key in her ass or scratch a pussy lip or something. You don't ever know.
Yeah, I got in trouble from my chiropractor because I laid on the chiropractor table or whatever, and it's like leather. And I had my keys on my damn key ring, and he was like, "All right, roll over." And dude, my keys drug across and ripped a hole in the leather table. He was pissed.
Damn.
Excuse me.
That was attractive.
All right. So the next on my list is don't be so friendly with the bouncers. Okay, they're not there to be your friend. Okay, don't be hanging out with your beer, hanging up, leaning up against the damn speaker, trying to chit chat with the fucking bouncers. You're there to see TNA. Okay, you're not there, and they're there to, for security. Don't be over there chit chatting with the fucking bouncers. Okay, get your beer, get your pack of smokes, lay them out on the table, get your ones, throw them on it. Leave you a stack of ones on the table that lets the bitches know that you tipping. You know what I'm saying? Don't be over there chit-chatting with the fucking bouncers. You know what I'm saying? You there for a reason.
That's important. Yeah, because just because you buddy up with him and you go over there and fuck up after you get done talking to him, don't mean he won't throw your ass out of there.
Yeah, and most of them will tell you, dude, I'm fucking working here. You know what I'm saying? I don't go to your job, not to dick out of your mouth. So while Red takes a bong hit, my next one is have your fucking ID out and ready to go when you go up to the fucking door. Don't be that new guy that don't know, proper procedures. They're gonna ID you. Yeah. Don't be digging through all your receipts in your fucking wallet. You know what I'm saying? Have your ID out and ready to go. That way, because look, you don't want to look like that new guy that's never been to a fucking strip club before. Ain't that right, Branden?
Oh, I guess so, yeah. I didn't realize that it was that big a deal, but yeah, well, I can see people wanting to get in there in a hurry, so.
You got to open up the line, man. When it comes to your turn, you got to dig in your wallet for your damn ID. You holding up the line. These boys are ready to get in there and see some tits and ass.
I do the same thing at the fucking drive-thru with food. Like, I'm not the kind of guy who's like, I make my order and then I wait for them to pull up to the window and then fucking like, oh wait, where's my money at? No, I got my shit ready to go. So I assume those rules would apply if I walked into a strip club as well.
All right. Next one on my list is don't be jerking off in the bathroom. Okay. Don't don't go out to your car and jerk off real quick and then come back in with semen all over your fucking pants. Don't be that guy.
No, you wait till you get home, man. We just covered that earlier.
Yeah. And to piggyback on Red's Velcro pants or whatever the he's wearing, you know, don't be wearing fucking jogging pants in that motherfucker with your dick hanging out. You know, I mean, of course, you know it's
Hey, you gonna learn today. You gonna learn today.
yeah. Yes, I will take a lap dance. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so, okay, real quick. Here's an example of the scratchy Velcro clothes I'm talking about. I come from Myrtle Beach. Okay, there is strip clubs everywhere. So when people go and they vacation in Myrtle Beach, chances are they're leaving the hotel from the pool or the beach all day. And I have seen it. These guys will show up in t-shirts and fucking swimming trunks. You know?
Okay.
And it goes back to
Beachwear.
Paycheck's whole jogging pants theory. You don't want to go in there with just swimming trunks on, because you know nobody wants to see you walk around with a heart on the whole time you're there.
So what,
You know
what would be proper strip club attire?
What I'm saying though is Velcro on the swimming trunks. That shit, you know what I mean? When you get a lap dance from a girl and you got Velcro on your swimming trunks and you rubbing up on that thing.
Them. Yeah.
Okay, I do get that.
Yeah.
But who's at the beach thinking, you know what? Fuck the beach. Let's go to the strip club.
You get done hanging out at the beach with your boys all day, or you know, hanging out at the pool with your girlfriend and your boys and shit. You know,
I mean,
you go out to eat and you go to strip club or whatever.
You got a lot of military in that area too, so I mean,
dude, I've seen it a million times. It happens. So.
Oh well, I apologize. Please forgive me.
Proper attire. Going back to Brandon's question, proper attire for a strip club would just be casual shorts. You know what I mean? A pair of jeans and some tennis shoes and a t-shirt. I mean, I've seen there are strip clubs in Myrtle Beach to where they have a fucking dress code. You got to go in there all collared up with a fucking, you know what I mean? You got to go clean and cut and nice looking.
High-end strip clubs.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that I prefer, to be honest with you.
It just depends. I've never been to one. I've seen them, and there's like 3 or 4 of them in Myrtle Beach, but that's above my pay grade, man. I ain't going in there to do that. I'm going to a titty bar. It's the experience of the loud music and the girls slinging on the poles and the whole dirty part of it. You know what I mean? The naughty part of it, being in the strip club. I'm not going there to see girls walk around in ball gowns with their titties hanging out and shit.
Ball gowns.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think the attire would depend on why you're going to the strip club. So if you're going to the strip club in hopes of getting some pussy, you know, you need to go home, you need to get fresh, get you some nice jeans. And I'm not talking about don't go in there with a 3-piece fucking suit on, but go in there and get you some nice pants, nice collar shirt, get you, you know, a stack of ones or whatever.
You ain't going to church.
Yeah, bring you some. Yeah, bring you some. Yeah, I know, but you know,
collar
it's just
shirt.
Dress to impress.
Listen, if you go into a strip club with your fucking swimming trunks on and your flip flops on with your toe fungus and shit, they don't want to touch you. They damn sure don't want you touching them. But if you go in there, you know, presentable, then you might be able to copy a few. You might even be able to get you know, a little hand job or whatever.
Dude,
definitely bring cocaine. If you're trying to get your dick sucked or you take a bitch home with you, bring you some cocaine. Bring at least an 8-ball. Don't go in there with no fucking little ass gram or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Go in there like you're ready to fucking party.
Well, cocaine is universal currency, man. You can spend that shit fucking anywhere.
Absolutely. So instead of going up there with ones, go up there with little baggies of grams and just throw them on the fucking stage.
I feel like you would get farther in a strip club with a bag of coke than you would a stack of ones.
Yeah, no doubt.
Dude, I've heard of women fucking doing every drug in the book and going in there and fucking dancing. Can you imagine, you know, tripping acid and going there and fucking dancing on stage?
No way, dude. I've been to a strip club eating shrooms before, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't appreciate it at all.
Yeah, I bet your little pasty dick couldn't even get hard, could it?
Yeah, if you say so. That brings me to my next one. We talking about throwing gram bags of cocaine.
I thought you was talking about don't bring your little pasty penis in.
Don't bring a little dick in those strip clubs.
Nobody wants that.
Yeah, nobody wants to. Nobody wants to see that shit. My next one would be, don't sit your ass up there at the stage where the pole's at and all the dancing's going on and not throw no money.
Oh man, listen. I believe that would be number one right there in my book. I've seen that so many times. Just these creepy.
I got number one, unless you got it.
Creepy, pervy motherfuckers going up there hogging up the fucking chairs at the stage and not tipping. Why go to a fucking strip club if you ain't gonna tip?
Right.
You can go in there with $5 and the cover charge and maybe a beer. You know what I'm saying? $1 per bitch. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta give them something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta give them something. I mean, you going in there and spending money, no doubt. You ain't. I mean, I've been in a strip club, spent $20 before. You know what I mean? But I've been in a strip club and spent a little bit of money. But what I'm saying is, if you sitting at the stage and you in your little bar stool chair thing or whatever, and all these guys is around you and they fucking throwing out ones, you know what I mean? They partying, they hooting and hollering, you just sitting your ass over there just watching the girl dance for free. She's gonna dance all around your ass. She ain't even gonna mess with you.
No.
She's gonna go from throwing her ass cheeks in between a dude's nose like this right here, and she'll pull the motherfucker away and dance all the way around your ass and go to the next dude and do the same thing. She ain't even gonna fuck with you. So you seeing this shit, for free, but you have to participate when you're sitting at the stage. Don't go up to the stage and just act like you're just gonna sit there and watch the girls dance. That's a seat where you're gonna spend some fucking money when you sit down.
Yeah, absolutely. But and
gotta be committed to sit in that fucking chair at the stage.
Yeah, and listen, and don't go sitting in that chair, right there at the stage, even with your fucking money. Don't be making eye contact, okay? You know what I'm saying? Look at the pussy, look at the ass, look at the titties. Don't be over there just eyeballing her in her face. You know what I'm saying? Imagine what she's thinking. Yeah.
Her eyes are up here, but her tits are down here.
Yeah, it's like, I've seen it, so I'm like, I've been at the stage where, and I'm tipping, I'm drinking, I'm having a good time, whatever, and like Red mentioned, she'll make her rounds around to all the people that are sitting at the fucking stage, and you got that one guy where she's dancing and she's shaking the ass and she's showing, everything, and he's over there making love to her, with his fucking eyes, you know what I mean? Don't be eyeballing her in the fucking face, dude.
Dude, you can always tell the dudes that are throwing money around on the stage up there, because that's where they hover at the most.
Oh yeah.
Every time they walk by that dude, he's gonna be throwing a 5 at that motherfucker or something. You know what I mean, or 10s or whatever. So you can always tell who's got the most money at the stage, because that's where the girl hovers at the most.
Yeah, but
got to make her round so everybody will spend money, but you can tell who's spending the most money.
Yeah, let me share with our listeners the most epic move that you can make in a strip club. Don't go sit down at the stage. Just walk over there and just throw a fan full of bills up in the air. And then and then walk away. Listen, just walk away. You tipped her great. It was a pimp move. You ain't that creepy dude sitting over there, you know what I'm saying, sitting at the fucking stage, whatever, with $1 at a time. You know what I mean? Just go over there and just fan out money. You know the whole what is it, make it rain deal. But I'm not talking about, the whole clapping, making it rain or whatever. I'm talking about take you about 15 ones. Yeah, and just fucking throw them up in the air and let it just romantically drip all over the fucking stage, and then walk off like a fucking pimp. I guarantee you she will come over there to wherever you're at. Guarantee it. Because most of the girls that I know...
$15?
Huh?
Over $15?
Yeah, but it wasn't the $15. And to be honest with you, she don't know how much money that was, because there's other dollars on the floor. You know what I'm saying? She don't know how much money that you threw other. She might have left that stage with $42, and for all she knows, 40 of that was yours. You know what I mean? But in my experience, I'm one of those guys that I will dress up and go to a fucking strip club. I'm not going in there with my fucking sweatpants on and my fanny pack and my Crocs. You know what I mean? I'm dressed up because I want bitches to hug on me. You know what I mean? I want to hug on some bitches. When I go to a strip club, I don't want to just be that creepy dude and watch you fucking dance. I want to participate. I want to chit chat with you. I want to hug. I want you know what I mean? So most girls, if you throw money on the stage and you're tipping them, when they get off stage, most of them make their rounds to the people that they know tipped her, and she'll give you a hug and thank you or whatever, and sit and chit chat with you for a little bit. You know what I mean? But you have to be if you want to take one of these bitches home, you got to be different than everybody else up there. So that move that I just showed y'all, that I just told y'all about, that sets you apart from everybody else, and I guarantee you she will come sit with you and chit chat. You know what I mean? Because you're a pimp.
How many times have you did this?
Dude, that was my move. That was my go-to. But listen, I didn't do it because I was trying to do that move. I did it because I was with my girlfriend. My girlfriend danced there. So of course, when a girl dances, she makes friends. You know what I'm saying? So and a lot of these chicks that were on the stage or working there, they would come to my house and there'd be a big fucking party afterwards. So I'm just showing love and support to my friends. You know what I mean? She would buy drugs or whatever and bring them over to my. So the money that I'm throwing out there, that she's buying drugs or alcohol or whatever it was and bringing it back to the house anyway. So it's not like I was losing money. You know what I mean? So, and matter of fact, my girlfriend, my older brother came back from Iraq, and he went with me to the strip club that my girl was working out. She ended up being a slut. She ain't cheated on me. She left me for another dude or whatever who had money or whatever. I was a young punk. I ain't had nothing, but she used to walk by my table. Every time she walked by my table that me and my brother were sitting at, she'd throw $20 on the fucking table. Every fucking time. This girl would make thousands a fucking night, dude. It was the most craziest thing I ever seen. But she wouldn't let me tip all the girls because, you know, girls are kind of grimy. They don't like other chicks. So, dude, she's yanked me away from the front of the stage because I was getting ready to tip this chick. She was like, you is not giving any of my money to that bitch. I was like, oh, shit, well, I need a fucking list. You know, who can I tip and who can I not tip? What, you have a question, comment, concerns?
Why the fuck was she going around and giving you $20 every now and then?
Because pimping ain't easy. But it sure is fun.
Dude, what?
Yeah, dude, listen. Okay, it's gonna be hard for me to say this without sounding like a creepy narcissistic dude. But
okay, wait a minute. Hold on before you go any further. I've
right.
known you for about 6 or 7 years now.
Yep.
I know just about everything there is to know about you. You are the hardcore trucker, blue-blooded, Harley-riding, gun-toting American.
Yes.
Not once have I ever heard that Paycheck was a pimp.
No, I don't mean pimp in the sense that like a real pimp. Like I ain't pimping hoes out. I just mean, you know, I'm a fucking pimp. You know, I'll be running game on the bitches.
So she was walking by giving you money just because you was her boyfriend.
Yes, and because I'm a pimp.
Giving you a little her cut every night.
Yeah.
Why?
Because she wanted to make sure that I was taken care of.
What was she paying? That was her part of the rent or what?
No, she would just throw money on the table. That way I had some beer money and I had some tip money so I could enjoy myself.
It was like an allowance in a way, it sounds like.
No, dude, I kept a knot in my pocket. My old lady was a stripper making thousands a night. You know what I'm saying? I had money. What she was trying to do is she was trying to show off in front of my brother, in front of her girlfriends. You know what I'm saying? Look how
I chump though.
Dude, what? Okay, imagine you're at the strip club with your brother who just came back from Iraq.
All right.
And every time she walked by,
and his girlfriend's got to give my brother money for him to fucking chill in the fucking strip club because he ain't got none.
No, dude, I had money. Dude, I was tipping with my own money. I was buying alcohol with my own money. Look, it was weird when it first started happening. It was weird to me, you know, because you're right. I'm that guy. You know, I don't need nobody's money. I got my own shit. But it was like this. It was like this Bonnie and Clyde type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like she take care of her man, and you know what I'm saying, and I take care of her. I make sure nobody fuck with her. There was this one dude that approached me, and he said, "Hey, now let me give you a little backstory." So I was super young at the time, and my girlfriend at the time was fairly young. I think she was maybe 19, 20 years old. But she had this, she looked young. Like she could pass for a little kid. And I know that sounds super creepy, but she was petite. She was petite. She was cute. You know what I'm saying? She was like, she was only like 19, 20 years old. She was still, you know, fairly young. So she could pass for the schoolgirl uniform. That was her niche. That was her deal. That's how she made so much fucking money, is she could put a schoolgirl outfit on and she can get on that stage and dudes would fucking, you know, lose their shit and just give her all their fucking money. So these dudes approached me and they were like, "Hey, I don't mean to be rude or anything, but I mean, do you know her?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's my fucking girlfriend." And he was like, "Yeah, man, what if," he gave me his card, and they're filmmakers and they wanted to hire her and me for like what is it when you kill somebody on film? A snuff film?
Snuff film.
Yeah, they wanted to hire us to do a snuff film, and the whole concept was because she looked like she could pass for like a teenager. And I was like, get these motherfuckers out of here. You know what I'm saying? They own some pedophile shit. Like, I knew the bouncers, I knew the owners. You know what I mean? The owner's son, I went to high school with him. I mean, we was buddies. So, you know, I took care of her. You know what I'm saying? I made sure she was safe and she was secure. And that was my deal. That's what I did. You know what I'm saying? But so she'd just come and throw fucking money on the table. Dude, she hooked me up with threesomes, you know what I'm saying, with other bitches at the strip club. Like, dude, it was wild. But here's the thing. You would think that as a young man in your early 20s that's the fucking life to live, right? But I had a job. Okay, I wasn't just some broke motherfucker depending on my old lady to bring home thousands. I had to work. I had to have my own money. So strip clubs close at 2. You know, they get home about 3:30, 4 o'clock. So she would bring all her stripper friends over to the house and partying at 4 o'clock in the fucking morning. I got to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to go to fucking work. You know what I'm saying? I had to shut that shit down. I mean, I think we went like a year and a half, maybe 2 years of that whole partying, cocaine, fucking just crazy ass lifestyle. But eventually I had to put a stop to it. You know, I can't do this anymore. You know what I mean? Fun. It was a good time. Fun days.
So pimping wasn't for you. You found out pimping wasn't for you, right?
Well, what ended the relationship was, and why she ultimately left me, is because money got in the way, and it was no longer when days that she didn't go to work. When days that I didn't go with her, instead of her coming home and me kissing her and asking her how her night was and all this stuff, it was immediately, how much money did you make? You know, and it all went downhill from there. It went from love to money and drugs.
She got sick of putting $20 on the table for your ass every night.
Right?
Dude, I didn't go up there every night. But one funny story is she was dancing at this club. The owner, his son, which I mentioned earlier, I went to school with, so we were good friends. So I would go there and I would drink for free for the most part. He would come and put fucking drinks on the table for me. So one day I'm sitting at the fucking bar with him, and we're just killing fucking liquor, not beer. We're talking about top shelf shit. So I get up to go to the bathroom, and dude, I'm fucking wasted. I'm so drunk, I knock over every fucking bar stool. I had to get up to go to the bathroom. You know, when you're sitting at a bar and you're drinking, you feel a buzz, you feel like you fucked up. But when you get up, you know, do some moving around, it's a whole different fucking story. So I got to go take a piss, and I fucking knocked over every bar stool on the way to the fucking bathroom. End up passing out in the fucking stall in the damn bathroom of a strip club. So the club closes, and everybody's looking for me. So the son and the owner come in the fucking bathroom, and they're like, "Yo, what's up? You okay?" And I'm like, "Whatever. I'm just fucking hammered." These motherfuckers pick me up, take me outside, and put me in the driver's seat of my car. You're on your own, motherfucker. It was fucking crazy. So next on my list is.
You just gonna transition right out of that into
like nothing happened there.
Don't be carrying STDs in or out of that fucking club. Okay? Don't be going in there with a little wart on your pecker. You know what I'm saying? And don't leave with no wart on your pecker.
Even if it's just one singular crab, don't do it.
Yeah, definitely. Don't do that because somebody will be talking about it on a podcast eventually. I couldn't tell you when the last time I went to a strip club though. I think it's I get it, you know, for guys who don't have girlfriends or wives, or even these older guys, maybe their wife left them in their 50s or whatever, and they go to the strip club, whatever, scratch an itch, maybe just look at some naked bitches, you know what I'm saying? I get it. But for me, it's like that, been there, done that deal, you know what I'm saying?
Did you get a t-shirt at least?
No, but I did win it was male review night.
Oh, God.
Yeah, dude. And the funny thing is remember? Yeah, there was an episode. I don't remember which one it was, but I was telling you about how because of my my street lifestyle and my prison days, that I always wore white boxers and white socks.
Mm-hmm.
So I go up to the club with my girlfriend, and she's dancing and shit. And the owner's son and the owner, they're like, "We're having male review night. We need volunteers. We need guys get up there." And I'm like, "Dude, I'm gangster, okay? I'm not getting up there and fucking dancing." And not only that, but chicks dance on a pole. Guys do not dance on a fucking pole. You know what I'm saying? Without being gay, or looking gay. You know, so what am I supposed to do? Stick the pole in between my legs and you know what I'm saying? There's no cool way for a guy to use a pole on a fucking stage.
You just
So I
stand
got
there like, look at this.
I got up there and was breakdancing. I was up there popping and locking in my whitey tighties, or not my whitey, my white boxers. Dick popping out of the little pocket. You know what I mean?
That's why you won, wasn't it?
I won because my girlfriend worked up there, and of course she was gangster. You know what I'm saying? She was pimp. So she told all the other girls that were dancing there, you better tip my old man. You know what I'm saying? When he gets up there. So yeah, dude, I think I walked out of there with like $250 in ones.
Oh damn, dude.
Yeah. But it was the most awkward, uncomfortable. And I was drunk, and it was like super feminine to me. Like, there's no way you can get up on a fucking on a stage at a strip club and dance. Again, the chicks use the pole. It's to minimize the awkwardness. I mean, if you take a chick that can't dance, you know, if there's no pole, imagine a girl dancing on a stage with no pole. Okay, so some chicks, they just can't dance. But if you throw a pole up there, you know, they can wing it. You know what I'm saying? They can make it look hot. Dudes, not so much. You know what I mean? I was up there popping and liking like, oh, what's his name on Good Times? Oh, Rerun. And, you know, and I got down on the ground and, you know, humped the floor and all that dumb shit. You know what I mean?
Did you do the helicopter?
What is that?
Really, dude?
The helicopter? Oh, my dick?
Yeah.
No, this wasn't a new joint. I had my fucking boxers on.
You had white, thin prison boxers on, dude.
No, they was not prison boxers. I wore them so I wouldn't have to wear prison fucking boxers. But yeah, you're right. They are those thin, white,
right,
you know, with a little pocket in the front. Now, for those that are listening who have been to a strip club, they have the whole black light thing going on. You know what I'm saying? So my fucking white boxers was on point that night, boy.
Your dick was glowing, man.
But one thing I kept thinking was, you know, I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret on the females. I'm gonna let y'all females in on a little secret. But most guys, when they go take a piss, there's a little dribble. You know what I'm saying? You dribble a little bit. You know what I mean? Sometimes it ends up on your pants. Sometimes it ends up on your boxers or whatever.
I see where this is going.
So, dude, the whole time I was up there in my damn tighty whities, and I don't know why I keep saying tighty whities. They were just white boxers. But that was, dude, I kept thinking, damn, I hope I don't have any little piss dribbles on my, you know, shit or a shit stain on the back. You know what I mean? Because if you're wearing white boxers in the black light, yeah, you're going to see every bit of that.
It's like a Jackson Pollock painting, man. Just fucking spots everywhere.
Yeah. Or maybe, you know, because I was at a strip club, I was hoping I didn't have a little pre-cum stain. Because that pre-cum is sticky.
Yeah, we all know that DNA shows up under a black light for fucking sure.
Yep.
So, you got any more?
Nope, that was all on my list.
All right. The number one thing that you do not do in a strip club, above all the things that we talked about tonight, do not bring your credit cards inside the strip club.
Yeah, that's a big one. Especially if your old lady don't know that you're going to the strip club.
Because you will max out every motherfucking one of them that you bring in there.
Wait a minute. How would you max out a credit card at a strip club? You think bitches got little credit card machines back there in the fucking back room?
A fucking strip club and they have a fucking ATM machine in it.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is true.
Huh?
Yep.
That's the first fucking thing you see when you walk in a damn strip club is a fucking ATM machine.
Yep.
You can't go in there with your buddies like, oh damn, dude, I ain't got no money, dude. I ain't got no money. There's the ATM machine right over there, dog.
Yeah, and the whole strip club. That's how I got my first threesome, was because of the whole strip club and strippers and stripper parties, and because most strippers back in the day, they all rolled in ecstasy and cocaine and cannabis and alcohol, you know, and females are sexy. A woman can appreciate another woman's body, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I had some good times at the house, but again, I got to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So let's wrap this up. But I did have one. It was super crazy. Like this, it was like the second or third time that I had a threesome. So this girl, she was a new dancer. She was into my girlfriend for some reason, and she kept coming over to me asking if she can come to the house. And I was like, "Listen, you're talking to the wrong damn person. You need to be over there talking to her. I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm down, but you need to go talk to her." So she was hot. You know what I'm saying? She was but she was like a lesbian or like bisexual or something like that. Like she was totally into chicks. So she comes over, and we're getting high, drinking, having a good time, whatever. We had some other friends over, and all of a sudden this chick not yells, but says like loud. She says, "All right, it's time for y'all to go. We got things to do here." Or something like that. And I was like, holy shit, is fixing to go down, boy. She is not playing. So we get back to the bedroom, and she's all over my girlfriend, going down on her, and it was hot. And then they both went down on me, and then, I was all up in my girl, and then I went to go get up an old girl, and she was like, "No, I'm on my period." And I was like, what the? How you gonna boost us up, me and my girl, about a fucking threesome? And then once we get down to it, you gonna tell me that you're on your fucking period? I was like, surprise! I don't give a shit about your period. I got my Red Wings.
I was waiting for it. So real quick though, what was this girl's name? What was her stage name? I'm curious.
Shit.
I don't want to know her real name. That's not important. I want to know her stripper name.
Dude, you're talking about like 20 years ago. Let me
Come
think.
on, dude. You just talked about 30 minutes worth of the stripper lifestyle and
That's something
and
you
fuck,
gotta
all this
remember.
kind of shit, and that you can't remember.
Yeah, dude. I think it was like Sunshine. I think it was Sunshine.
Such.
I'm pretty sure it was Sunshine.
You just come up with that just to pass it.
No. Because matter of fact, I'm almost certain it was because I'm saying her name in my head right now. And it was, it was Sunshine. That was her stage name, Sunshine. Which is kind of weird, right? Like you don't hear that one often, right?
That don't sound like no stripper name, dude.
No, but it was. Her stage name was Sunshine. I may be wrong now that I'm thinking about it. I can't remember. I'm thinking it was Sunshine though.
He's like, the more I think about it, the more I think it's right. And then I don't know, it could be wrong.
Well, I keep saying her name because, to be honest with you, I'm pretty sure that her stage name was actually her middle name. Yeah, she had some like hippie parents.
I don't know. It sounds weird. You have the DJ being like, "All right, I hope everyone's having a great time. Be sure to tip your waitresses, and ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Sunshine." That doesn't sound quite right.
Yeah, but see, when it comes to women, you have two different kind of women. You have cute, and then you have sexy.
Okay.
So she wasn't she was more she had that girl next door look. She didn't have that exotic dark hair, you know what I'm saying? She looked like
Mercedes.
Well, she was like a
Venus.
She was blonde. She was super fucking tan, you know what I'm saying? So she looked like a typical Florida chick, to be honest with you. So Sunshine was her name, and that was actually her middle name as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Sunshine.
This happened in Florida.
No, this happened. I can't tell you where it happened, but it was not in Florida. It was in another state. I worry that if I tell you what state, you know what I'm saying, people can put two and two together, and because I'm sure that there are some of my old school friends from back in the day. They may listen to this podcast.
You know how many fucking strip clubs there's in North Carolina, dude? Oh, sorry,
Yep.
was I supposed to say that? I just guessed. I swear to God.
Yes, you know me. You know where I come from. You know where I've been.
Dude, you've been all over the fucking country. I don't know where that could have been anywhere on the East Coast. That's why I asked if it was in Florida.
Why?
You know how many fucking strip clubs there is in fucking North Carolina, dude?
Yeah, but the people who are listening to this who know me, they know where in
They already
fucking.
know where the fuck it was at, then. I ain't got to say it out loud. They already know. Come on. This is
in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and her name was Elena Sunshine Hanger.
Wow. I didn't want you to go do all that.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck you, Elena, because you had some soldier coming in, living on base, who didn't have to pay rent, didn't have to pay for chow because he went to the fucking mess hall or whatever. So that motherfucker come in flashing a bunch of fucking money, and you left me for him. So fuck you.
All right.
Did you say Fayetteville, North Carolina?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like literally 10 minutes away from Fayetteville. I can fuck.
I know her. I thought Brandon was going to say he knowed her or something.
I'll go hunt this woman down for you and be like, Paycheck told me to tell you fucking this.
This is your life, Paycheck.
Hey, surprise, we have a guest caller on the line.
Well, I mean,
Sunshine, you have the floor.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, fuck you too, Paycheck.
Is that how she sounds? Like super fucking like mousy and quiet? Just, oh, hey guys.
But, you know, in her defense and in my defense, we were both young. I knew that, you know, we wasn't going to be married and all that shit. I was like 22 or something like that. You know what I mean? It was just one of those phases in my life. And I'm sure it was just one of her phases. I mean, she might be a CEO of some bank at this point, for all I know. You know,
Sunshine, the CEO.
Yeah, you know what they say, Paycheck. You can't make a whore a housewife.
And, you know, I've heard that expression, that saying, and I know of a few buddies who have dated strippers and married them, and statistically, you're absolutely right. None of them worked out.
I know I'm right. Just like you can't catch a crackhead. you just can't do it.
What do you mean you can't catch them?
Chasing them, you can't catch a crackhead.
I don't think I've ever chased a crackhead.
Yeah, because you can't catch them. You know good and damn well you can't catch them, so you don't even worry about it. You can't catch a crackhead. Just like you can't make a whore housewife. And you know one thing we forgot to mention all fucking episode is this is the season finale of season 3.
Fuck.
The very last fucking episode of season 3.
Oh, yeah.
Bravo! Bravo! Encore! Brilliant!
Congratulations, Red, on our 3rd season, 20th episode.
Yeah, we're about, what do we figure up? 66 episodes? 67. Huh.
For those that are tuning in that are new to this episode, please forgive us if you go back to the very first episode and probably a good 15. You know, the first 15 were just shit.
Complete.
Audio sucked. It was awkward. It was uncomfortable.
Yeah, thanks for that, Anchor.
Yeah, so there you have it, guys. Stripper Club Etiquette. The do's and don'ts, the ups and downs, the ins and outs. Don't go in there with your dick out. Don't go in there with your dick hard with your jogging pants on. Don't be in there texting your old lady. Don't get too comfy with the fucking bouncers. You know, and all them other ones that Red mentioned.
That's it.
You look like one of those creepy guys that'll go in there with a hole in your pocket.
No.
Would you? You look like one of those guys that go in there with a fanny pack. And, you know, it would just...
I had my ones in my fanny pack.
Yeah, but that fanny pack would... See, you could pull your dick out and just have your fanny pack resting on your dick so nobody can see it. You know what I mean?
There you go.
You could just thrust up against your fanny pack.
There's a hole in the fanny pack with a flashlight in it.
Mm-hmm. But, you know, for those that are listening, I do want to give you some sort of encouragement. It is possible to take home a stripper. It is possible. I've done it. My go-to move is I'm celebrating a divorce. Believe it or not, that has gotten a few of them. So feel free to use that one. You know, just tell them Uncle Paycheck said howdy. All right, well that's it.
On that note, this episode will be released sometime midweek, but I'd like to say on that note, Happy Father's Day, guys.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we have Father's Day coming up. And what's crazy, one thing that I realized is that Mother's Day, man, there's all kind of shit going on. They got all kind of sales and, you know, discounts and all. But Father's Day, we don't get shit.
$11 cargo shorts at Walmart.
Yeah. Happy Father's Day.
Yeah. And we got to take, you know, mamas get a day where we got to take them out to eat, take them shopping and shit. Father's Day, all we get is a fucking barbecue. And we got to do the shit.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm Uncle Paycheck's gonna get real with y'all for a second. So forgive me if I offend anybody. It's not meant to offend anybody. I mean nothing. There's no ill will or malicious intent with my next comments, but
I feel like it's gonna be really offensive.
Yeah, dude, it really pisses me off to hear these single women claiming Father's Day.
Wait,
You know, not single women. I'm sorry, single moms claiming Father's Day.
Oh, because there is no father there. They're like, well, I'm the mother and father of the.
Yeah, dude, I hate that shit. I get it. Congratulations, kudos to you. You know what I'm saying? That's cool shit. That's that's respectable. You know what I'm saying? You're doing the damn thing. But Mother's Day is for you. Okay, if you don't have if your baby's daddy is not in the picture, then fuck him. But you still don't get Father's Day. And I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and this is gonna rock the boat a little bit, but the whole stepdad thing. You know how much shit I see on fucking social media about stepdads are more important than dads because they stepped up when they didn't have to. You know, I get it, and and it's good shit, but stop taking shit from us fucking dads, okay? We deserve fucking Father's Day. We deserve to be taken out, wined and dined, and shit. Buy me some jewelry, okay? I like jewelry.
Well, I'm a stepdad, and I absolutely agree
Fuck
with you.
you.
No,
hey,
fuck you. No, like I agree with you, man. Like I can't stand people like that's the problem I have with social media. I can't stand if being a stepdad's great. I can see the reasons why people do it. I love my fucking son. He's not my son, but he's mine. You know what I mean by that. But like, I don't sit there and go on Facebook and be like, well, look at how fucking great of a person I am because I, air quotes, stood up or rose up to this fucking challenge of raising this kid that's not mine. Like, I never understood the fucking braggadocious attitude that people have with every fucking thing that they do with their lives.
Well, I think that you should be rewarded with a stepdad day. I truly believe that. I really think that there should be a national stepdad day, stepmom day. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all, I have step parents.
Well,
or step.
Well, now I am a stepdad, but Tara is also pregnant. So when she gives birth, is that going to mean that I get 2 holidays? Because I'm pretty fucking cool with that.
Yeah, but what if she has a baby and you're like, "Fuck you, stepson"? I gotta deal with it.
Well, I mean that all depends on how well he celebrates Stepfather's Day.
Yeah, you're gonna get a fucking card like the rest of us, and a tie, a card and a tie. That's what you get.
I'll take it.
Yeah, we'll start with a trial holiday first for stepdads.
Yeah. You
see how all the step kids work out. You know how they show up, and then we'll go from there.
I just go out for a pack of smokes.
Yeah, going out for milk, guys. I'll see you later.
Yeah. Imagine having that conversation with your stepson. Like, hey, I'm sure you noticed, your mom's pregnant. So that's gonna be my son.
Yeah. I mean, you're cool and all. I like you, but I mean, if I had to pick if I had to pick it, Sophie's Choice here,
You're gonna probably have to go live with your mama again, buddy. You gotta go.
Yeah, I appreciate you letting me fuck your mom, but now I have my own son I have to worry about. Okay, so my inheritance, of course, my legacy, all that shit has to go to my blood. You know what I mean?
I'm just being real.
My will now and everything.
I mean, kid, you're 9. It's time that I fucking tell you the truth here.
Well, let me ask you this. So your stepson, does he call you dad or does he call you Branden?
He's actually recently just started doing that. And I mean, I never asked for it. I'm like, dude, I can spend the rest of my life. You can call me Branden. That's cool. And then he just out of the blue started doing it.
He was like, hey, Dad, can I borrow $20?
Well, no, he asked me how I felt about him calling me Dad, and I was like, well, I mean, that's cool if you want to do that. You don't have to, but that'd be great. And okay,
that's pretty grown up of him, man. That's pretty commendable, actually. To ask you if it was okay first.
Yeah, I was proud of him.
How old is he, man?
He just turned 9.
Right on.
Shit.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
That's good stuff right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my wife is also a step parent, and I get it. There could be awkward situations, and especially if the real mother or the real father is still involved. You know what I mean? Like I don't call my real mom. I call her by her name, and I call my stepmom my mom. My stepmom's been my mom my whole life.
Right.
Well, you know, I've always felt that title is something that should be earned. You know, like I can give birth to you, but if I'm a shitty parent to you, then you shouldn't have to call me mom or dad, you know?
Yeah. All right, well,
we're
to bring us down.
We're ending on a real fucking high note here, man.
Yeah, I was just saying Happy Father's Day, man.
You guys brought up this whole fucking stepdad, like, love and shit. Like, what the fuck?
That's how you end an inappropriate episode.
Yeah. On a positive note.
We talk about strippers and crabs and cocaine.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah, on fucking Father's Day.
Oh shit, that's fucking great. You guys, you wanna plug your call-in line?
Yeah, good point.
Why don't you help us with that?
All right, so the idea has come up, and you know, since this is the season finale, what better way than to introduce new shit that's going on the show? You got a fucking soundboard guy in the last episode, and now you got a call-in line. So you people, if you're interested, can leave voicemails for Paycheck and Red. You know, you got questions you want to ask them, you got topics you want them to talk about. You just want to call and tell them to fuck off that they're shitty people and shit. You know, that's fine. You just dial this number here. It's 910-361-2646, and you just leave that voicemail, and we'll play that shit.
And you can remain anonymous, or you can say your name, you know, whatever you feel comfortable with. And as Branden, the sound guy, mentioned, you can call in, you can critique us, you can give us ideas, you can give us little zingers if you have a joke, anything, you know, feel free to call in, and if we can play it on our episode, right?
Oh yeah, that's no problem at all.
Yeah, send us your dirty joke of the week submission. That's what we want to hear is your dirty jokes.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Or topic ideas.
Mm-hmm. And we're actually working on a live call-in option too. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, and if you'd like to send in your dirty stripper panties, send them to P.O. Box.
Crab free, of course.
Yeah, of course.
We don't want Paycheck to get no crabs in his mustache.
Yeah. All right. Well, there it is. Season 3, episode 20, Strip Club Etiquette, with your boy Paycheck and Red, and our newest edition, Branden the Sound Guy.
Oh, I've earned the.
Yeah.
So far.
You've been listening to the Conversations with Paycheck and Red podcast. Check out Paycheck and Red on Facebook at Paycheck and Red, Instagram at Paycheck and Red podcast, and Twitter at Paycheck and Red. And don't forget, paycheckandred.com, where you can buy merch, you can subscribe to the podcast, and you can listen to the podcast.
Drama City Productions.
It's a podcast network that brings you several genres of podcasts: movie reviews, true crime, comedy, interviews, and much more. Visit DramaCityProductions.com to find all the amazing shows today. Find Drama City Productions on Twitter and Instagram at DCP Network. And stay in touch with the network and all the podcasts available. DramaCityProductions.com, where podcasting lives.